Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey everyone, welcome Architects of Fate. We are back, and we are back for the final episode of the Celestial Algorithm, the strange new playtest segment here at Architects of Fate. And I wanted to say welcome to all the players that we have. It's not the people that are left, it's the people that are coming. And what I'd like you to do is introduce you guys. This is episode 7, Touch Some Grass. And what I'd like to do is go across the list, and it'll go like Cam, Rob, Steve. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, who you're playing, and also if you remember what you think you might want to have happen this session that I as the GM am just simply going to ignore. Okay, so go ahead.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Cam. I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Bert Van Jexa. He's a Tellarite. He's pretty good at engineering since he's the chief engineer. And he was kind of wondering if the celestial algorithm person was going to allow him to have some hand-to-hand combat with the founder of Tellarite theology, the legendary Karus. I must break the tusk of Karus.
Yeah, I don't usually try to one-up, but my name's Rob, longtime TTRPGer, normally in a galaxy far, far away, but certainly my first love here. Excited to be playing Lieutenant Zoe Hernandez. Zoe was very eager to get off the ship last week, despite having wrangled her way into the captain's chair. So we'll see how she fares if she gets off the ship. She may not want to release her claw hold on the captain's chair, so we'll see.
Huzzah. It's always a challenge, really. So far, so good. And I'll figure out how to center myself in the camera. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Steve here, playing Lieutenant Junior Grade Rashid Kamal, human helmsman. I've had my fair share of screwing around this session, so I'm just hoping we have a really good ending. I don't think I have any specific wishes, hopes, dreams, or Actually, no. I thought I did for a moment, but no. All right.
I'll go to the main scene. Hopefully everybody's kind of centered up on their screens. Fantastic. Okay. And I'm just going to put this over to the side so that nobody has to worry about anything. Again, our episode is Touch Some Grass. And this is our title card establishing us inside of a nice, celestial algorithm thing we're floating around. What had happened quickly to catch us up? After a series of challenges and after actually getting past Suliban, it looked like probably whale poachers or whale hunters. You and the whales made it through a portal to the other end of one of the many vast chambers of the celestial algorithm. And when you emerged from the portal, you were in essentially a place that just took away your entire concept of space and time and how dimensions worked. It's like it had just, that Euclidean geometry had just been snugged to death, I think would be a phrase that people used. And you are now floating in this area. You saw in the distance this giant helical structure wrapping and fluctuating, undulating around a star. And then in front of you, in true TOS fashion, comes the giant floating head of Jonathan Archer, who says, I'm the celestial algorithm. You have passed the test. You have passed my observations of compassion and understanding, empathy and intelligence, and I need your help. And that's kind of where we pick up the episode at this point. The captain is, as far as I'm concerned, unless you need her, she is still incapacitated, and the doctor is laboring to keep them going. And who else is on the bridge? Let me just grab the bridge. The bridge set here for you.
We still have most of the bridge crew out. I mean, our Andorian guy was kind of out, and then our communications officer was out.
Oh,
too.
your communications officer's walking around, just staring at walls. He's not out. He's just not normal.
Just not here. Not engaged.
He's not engaged. The commander, the first officer is incapacitated because people disrupted his fundamental understanding of how Orion culture worked. And so he's really having a hard time wrapping his head around that. His antennae are definitely not.
His antennae are bent.
They're bent.
Yeah, they're bent.
So, but into the breach stepped Lieutenant Commander Zoe with her introductory course in command, in space command, and is now taking charge. So you are now hanging out here. You do have the pirates available. Haratzar, his smooth, dark green butt is still thrust out toward the center of the bridge while he hovers over the science station scanners, and so that way, Zoe, you can act as a captain and not have to worry necessarily about first officering. And Rashid still has the phaser that he got from the Orion that he disarmed the Orions with. I do like their little, where they just held it up like that. Okay, so here we are. You might have to ask questions about like scans and things like that because Harad isn't necessarily going to volunteer things as much as a Starfleet science officer is. So you guys can go ahead and you can all talk if you want. I think you're also still on red alert from the time that you were under dealing with the Suliban. Okay.
So we pressed the button.
Are we condition green or yellow?
Yeah, Zoe will press the yellow button.
Okay.
Instead of the red alert. Take us down to yellow alert. Is Teneman just like useless, or?
Teneman's well, he's not useless. He's not focused. He's not incapacitated. You can engage him in conversation. You've noticed he's just not behaving like a Starfleet officer. You know,
all right. I'm thinking of Zoe's thinking of relieving him and asking Zara to take over the comm station.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I mean, Lenar, Zara would be amenable to it if you want to go ahead and do that. All right. So I'm going to have Zara move into the comm station. She is a fairly competent person, captain of the Orion vessel, and you have that with you too, by the way. Don't know how. I think we figured out that it would fit in the shuttle bay, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna retcon. If we hadn't, I'm gonna retcon it. It fits in the shuttle bay. Because why not? Why not give you guys all the tools you can use? Okay. Yeah, and Zara's just clicking things. She's pretty familiar with a standard Federation layout, and just says, "Well, I'm not. It's quiet out there, like really quiet."
All right.
No subspace chatter.
No.
Well, I guess we should we open a channel to hail this Archer?
Oh, sure. You know, well, I don't know how to open to an apparition, but sure. You know, hey, I think my great-grandfather kidnapped him once. So, yeah, she kind of recognizes Jonathan Archer, because who doesn't? Yeah, so go ahead. You said, well, it's open. I think, see if it works. I'm going to put up my own.
Did the entity actually identify itself as Celestial Algorithm?
It did.
Okay.
It would be more fun if it became. It would be more fun if it was Jonathan Archer if you want to do that. But he's going to wear the visage. No. He's wearing the visage of Jonathan Archer, or it's wearing the visage of Jonathan Archer.
All right. Well, Zoe will say, "Well, great Celestial Algorithm. It is. It's good to finally meet you. We're happy to have passed your tests. How can we help you?"
Oh, this is weird. It's odd because there's never been anyone here, so this is all very unsettling for me, and it may also be unsettling for you. So how about how about you come visit me? I have a challenge, and it's been forever since it has been forever. I mean, there are places with others out there, but there are no others here. But there might be others here now, and this is all very odd. So I think maybe I worry that you are also maybe unsettled, and then that's kind of where the voice trails off, because it does not seem to get social cues at all.
Well, we are a Starfleet, so it does take a lot to rattle us. I wouldn't exactly say we're unsettled, but perhaps more curious. So, of course, we'll join you.
The face perks up at the word curious, and it says, "Yes, curious. That's exactly that. That's a couple of different meanings. Curious and curiouser, I think maybe, is a word I've heard. So, yeah, I will. I have a thing. There's a moon, or I'll make a spot for you, and the Harad comes up because he's been scanning stuff, and he's just like, I don't even know if I gave him an accent, but and I'm definitely not going to give him an accent that I'm thinking of. So he's saying, "Hey, there's this thing, and it's down there, about, I don't know, 50,000 kilometers away. It's kind of orbiting the Helix thing, that star, and I don't know. It doesn't look like a planet. It looks like a space station, but not really. It's kind of like a disk. I don't know. Either way, I think that might have been the thing he was talking about, because it wasn't there 5 seconds ago."
Does it have a breathable atmosphere?
Let me see. Well, does it? Because that might be something it forgot about. Well, seeing his die rolls, yeah, I think it looks like there's a gravity and oxygen envelope in there. It's kind of, I don't know. It's a Volchara class planet. So yeah, it should be nice.
All right.
Rashid,
I guess it's the red carpet for us.
Rashid, I don't know if you wanted to because you have access to scanners and independent actions as well. So you can go ahead, and if you've got,
Oh, sure.
'cause it's your helm and it is your realm, you can probably, you also have access to your own scanners and mechanisms, so you can explore the larger environment as well, in addition to the science officer.
Sure.
You got questions?
Sure. So, what am I basically rolling to make a scan of
The thing
this
that
thing?
you're gonna try and lock onto is probably computer. Well, no, it's computers. God, what am I doing here? Let's see what you suck at.
Well, either insight and reason.
Yeah, let's go with
Engineering, medicine, or
well,
science.
scanning. So let's go with reason, so you understand it, and oh man, yeah. But you're more interested in its flight characteristics, or interested in composition?
I want to confirm that it has an oxygen gravity.
Gravity's a good thing to know
envelope.
about. I will go with con and reason. That's not terrible.
Oh, okay. No, and I got. What I think it is. That is what I think it is. Excellent. So 2.
And no, you may not use
3 successes.
Attack run on it yet. 3 successes. Okay, so your first one is lock on. Just check things out. You're cool. It is indeed a large, kind of weird looking disc. It's flat. It is not very thick. It's like a foot thick, or 22 centimeters thick. Let's just go with that because we're in space. And it is about 10 kilometers in diameter, and it does seem to have it causes a gravity distortion that's equivalent to about 1G, and there seems to be atmospheric distortions of the lights behind it. So yeah, as far as you can tell, there is oxygen, there is an envelope, and there you go. And you have
And
two.
it seems to be a platform with gravity and atmosphere, sir.
Ma'am.
See the skirt.
All right. So Zoe's not going to waste any time. She's certainly not giving up command this quickly either. Rashid. Burke, you're with me.
Oh,
And
Of course.
Xanthus, you have the con.
okay.
This is like total insubordination to senior officers here.
I think they're just there. Did you want to bring anyone? Yeah, I'm bringing the player characters down. Did you show up? You're on the landing party.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do? Because you can like drive the ship right up to it and just hop out of the airlock, or however you want to do this.
Since we don't know much about it, I wouldn't suggest using the transporters. We don't know what kind of energy field is creating this thing.
All right, we'll take a shuttle then. And Rashid, you have some more questions. I can see it on your face.
No, actually, I don't. But that's
That's just because you haven't gotten lunch yet.
All right, well, she's still honing her command sense. So.
Okay. Should I bank the moment? Because you had 2 momentum more than we needed. So you had 2 spare momentum. So you did have 2 spare questions if you needed them. But would you rather have me bank them? Or did Steve give up the ghost?
I think
He does look frozen.
That looks frozen. Oh, we gotta let this go. Gotta make that joke. Yeah, he was so happy because he had worked so hard to get all the glitches out of his system, and it's like, oops, damn it. Okay, so where am I at? All right, what we can do is prep for going down there. We can get Rashid a sandwich.
All right, so in the turbo lift, Zoe will just kind of whisper to Burke, should we bring anybody else? Because she's not sure, about composition.
We may want to take 1 or 2 security people just in case.
Ah, yes, perfect. Good suggestion. We'll bring 2 security officers with us.
Look on the roster and see who's new. We'll take them because they're usually the expendable ones.
Yep.
Oh God. Let me see. I've got Zoe. I got Rashid. I got him. Okay, copy. I'm putting you in the turbo lift because I love the scenes in the turbo lift. Linnell is wandering behind you, just following along. He's decided to invite himself along on this.
Tenement, I told you were relieved. You're confined to quarters.
What are quarters?
Fine. Report to sick bay then. If you don't know where it is, we'll take you right now.
Okay.
Even though the doctor's on the bridge.
Because the other doctor's on the bridge. I got them off. The doc is down.
Oh,
the doc's down in actual proper. Doc's down in actual proper sick bay now. And if I can find myself, hey Steve, how you doing? I'm afraid you didn't beat all the bugs.
no.
Okay, let me get my. I'm wondering if I wound up like wiping out my access to. No, I didn't. Okay, somebody recently tried Googling how many shuttles got destroyed in TNG. Oh, hey. I didn't realize we had a raid. God damn it. Hi, folks.
And we got a redeemed Sing from the Raiders as
Raiding
well.
with a party of 1. We're going to do this. We're putting on a show. And if we did get...
Hey, it's the last episode. We'll make it a musical, right?
Oh, God, no. But anyone who wants to
Oh,
take
no.
that,
Well, let's find the right spot. Well, wait. I've been waiting for the
Yeah.
right spot.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
there's
okay.
gotta be a good
I just
spot.
wanted to make sure that it was covered. So that is, I have a, believe it or not, I have a pending redeems. We see. I'm just going to put this in. Sorry, while I'm not pending redeem. Whoops, is there, and I will save it. And now it should start striping across the screen for you guys to let you know, remind you that there's a pending redeem. Okay, Rashid, you wake up in the turbo lift as Ensign Lanier is trying to come down and join the party eagerly. We have Discord.
Did you bank those 2 momentum?
Yeah, let's bank those 2
Okay,
momentum.
yeah, I did not personally do it, but I will now. Okay, momentum is set. Oh, I have 9 threat. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you can scare the living
I
bejesus
got
out
some
of us.
bejesusing. Floating out there is bejesus. I'm gonna
Wait.
Okay, yeah, and I gotta grab. I thought I had medbay too. Give me a second to bring up medbay, because I did manage to get medbay for something. Or maybe I didn't. Screw it. We'll meet the doc in the hallway. I don't care. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you got an advanced med bay. A very clean sick bay. Copy. Okay. Boom. Tyson is not here. Voral is here. Lanier is, I guess, being delivered to the thing. And Voral's got the captain under heavy sedation. It seems so. The cap's on her little bed, off to the side. And anything specific you want to talk to him about, or?
Oh no, just wanted to basically confine him here so that he can get looked at.
Okay, Dr. Voral does kind of stiffen slightly and says, "I am not a babysitter."
Well, there's clearly something wrong with him, Doctor. So.
Oh, that's yeah. I concur. She also is going to, and she's still doing a little bit of a mind touch occasionally, just going over and talking to mind touch and Nella to keep her going. But she said, but however, he does. I mean, his problem is something beyond medicine. It's as if he were suffering from some form of not necessarily telepathic control, but a joining, much like the captain. And
well, we're about to go investigate the algorithm, so we can't have him roaming around the ship. If you can perhaps confine him to a med bay, then, and we'll communicate an update from the disk.
Okay.
You could assign an orderly or a security officer to him as well. Just
we may have a few dozen.
So this is a Constitution class starship, Doctor. You don't have to do everything.
I have found that that many of the medical personnel are significantly lacking. They're not up to our standards.
They all failed Kobayashi Maru without even going in, huh?
More Kolinar, but yeah, I'll go with that.
They must be from Canada. So.
What? That one I don't know. I may not know that one. I'm sorry.
Just failing healthcare. That's all.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, we just lost the Canadian group. We're done.
I'm Canadian, so it's all good.
Okay. Let me see. I've got Charlie A and BA. The security officers managed to, I think they show up they meet you in the med bay.
Great.
And for some reason, Galia is showing up with Charlie A. So, so they just, it's very clear that they just got off break, coffee cups, disheveledness. But yeah, they were, nothing really nothing really weird, but the two security guards do pop in, and Gala's kind of honestly just tagging along a bit.
All right, well, let's head to the shuttle bay, crew.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we bring this Orion along? He seems to know a little bit about these whales.
Sure. Galia, do you want to join us?
Will there? Does this shuttle have Wi-Fi? The last shuttle I was in did not have Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Give me a minute to get my. I need my spacesuit.
All right, stay here then. We're good.
Okay.
Command decision.
Command decision. No, I don't need pets. I don't need extra people to keep track of.
Yep.
And I'm trying to grab the shuttle scene because it'll be fun just jamming you guys in there. Boy, I'm sorry that roll 20 is one of my things. Yeah. So you guys got that. You got that. Oh, look at that. Rashid's in there. Two security guards, Zoe, and Commander Jets. Okay, got it. Okay, Rashid, you're back in the shuttle. It's got most of the Orion. The engineering staff is just clearing out, Commander, because they've been cleaning the butt prints off of the leather seats.
I hate it when that happens.
So.
Keeps my engineering boys busy for days.
And BA, who did you want? Did you want to, Zoe, did you want to fly in co-pilot seat? Or I'm assuming, Rashid, you're piloting.
No, Zoe will just take a jump seat somewhere and issue orders.
Okay. Jack said there is an engineering station if you want or need it.
Yeah, I'm going to stay there because I want to see if there's any strange power fluctuations as we get close to this disk.
Well, it's a pretty hop, skip, and a jumpy away. Is there any prep or anything you want to do? Is Steve back with us yet or not?
We have phasers. We're going to arm ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Zoe
what
seems
do you want for your away team? Yeah, sorry. Anything you need that would be, not contribute to escalation costs.
Zoe seems to have completely shirked all of her science officer duties now.
She's done.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, you can still call to the bridge and call up on your science person if you want.
Yeah. I'm sure something will pop up with her value traits. Well, the shuttle should have phasers on it, right? So we'll just grab some phasers from the shuttle locker, the weapons locker.
Okay, yep, no problem. The little thing comes out. You got your phasers. They're in the ready rack. Will you be using these are phaser 2s or phaser 1s? So it's up to you if you want your pistol or you want your cigarette box.
The pistols for sure.
Okay, everybody's there. Do you want to take extra power packs, or are you good? Do you think that inexhaustible energy is enough?
I think we're okay. Zoe's feeling a little. She's feeling very optimistic about the intentions of the algorithm. If it wanted to destroy us, it could have already. So.
Yes. So, Rashid's going to do, I think, just standard prep. If you guys have anything you think that Rashid should do, since there's no player there, let me know, please. Or do we just go YOLO and head out?
Yeah, just YOLO and Rashid, take us in, or take us out and then take us in.
Okay, you're going out, you're going in. you leave the shuttle bay. You scooch past the big giant Orion ship. As you fly by, there are the two whales that are, or the three whales. Sorry, no, all the whales are here. All the whales are here, and they are, they're just kind of, they're floating around. They're not totally aimless or anything, but they appear a little disoriented. They don't seem to be swimming with any kind of purpose or porpoise, as it were. Yeah, you guys get a momentum for that. But the trip over is uneventful. I think that should be.
All right. So as we're approaching the disc, Zoe will kind of stand up, almost like a bit of a pep talk for the team.
Okay.
It's funny how some distances make everything seem so small. And the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I'm the one with the wind in the sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand and here I stay. Let the storm rage on.
I've just gotten out of the shuttle.
The cold of space never bothered me.
Oh, I was going to say, we just got, BA is going to chime in and say, we just got out of the shuttle bay. That would be fun. All right, then. That's, all right, why can't I, all right, well, we got that done. You're flying out. You're flying toward the disc. There's not going to be really any fancy flying or navigational hazards needed since he's an NPC now. And you guys do come down, and the weird part is there's the disc. It's about 100 meters. The envelope is about 100 meters tall, and the reason you can tell it's 100 meters tall is because it looks like almost just a big silver dome over this flat surface. So your basic, and it's not transparent. It's opaque. And so it's like mirrored, believe it or not. Well, no, if it was mirrored, it'd be black. So let's not do that. It's going to be just like pearlescent.
All right. Well, Zoe will step over to one of the scanning stations and try to determine whether we can fly through it with the shuttle, or whether we can actually pass through it somehow, if it's a field or permeable.
All right. Give me some control and science. It's control and science or reason and science. It's up to you.
We'll do reason and science. So that's going to be a 15, and her first die is free. Oh, that's programming or study of a computer system. So no.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just use I'll use a momentum.
That might come in
Get
fucking handy.
Yeah. So 3 die, 15 difficulty. Oh, nice. I got 3 successes.
Okay.
14, 9, and 2.
Okay. Your first, it's 1 point to go. Yeah, that's it is an unusual form of plasma energy. It's not like nothing you've ever seen before, but it's something that's normally been used on like you know how like the magnetic strong the atomic strong force is. It only works at a very, very subatomic level. It's only good at very close ranges. Well, whatever this is, it resembles the atomic strong force, but it's been scaled up to a scale that just is bizarre. It's not. It shouldn't be able to work at this scale, but it does. But you can pass through it. It does indicate that you can pass through it. Normal sensor beams don't penetrate the interior. To any detail, but you do get a sense that you do get readings that would indicate something like an oxygen interior and a few other things like that. So there is an habitable space in the interior.
All right, I'll bank one of those momentums from the success, and for the third one, ask another question.
Okay.
Can we identify like a landing area or a specific place maybe that the algorithm is indicating we should go or meet them?
There's nothing much scannable in there beyond like there's atmosphere and that there are I wouldn't want to say physical objects, but yeah, there's matter in there. It's not solid. And there's gas. There doesn't seem to be anything like a beacon or a way of locking on. So I don't want to take your momentum away from essentially a null answer. I can give you the momentum.
I was looking for like a landing area, basically, like a specific.
There's there's a lot of open space in there, but nothing there's nothing that has enough resolution to kind of create a map or anything like that, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, that's an answer in and of itself, so it's fine. Good.
Let me see. Okay, so what I want to do is have Rashid. You're about to fly into a what looks to be a giant wall of pearlescent milk. Okay. So you know that stuff. I don't know. This might give away what I do for entertainment, but there's some liquor that there's some. I think it's vodka bottles, but they've got kind of this little really weird iridescent stuff in them.
Right.
Kind of
Okay.
stuff. The Orions would be super happy drinking this or pouring it on their bodies. Either way. But that's what you're facing. You're about to fly into. The captain says it's okay. You should be able to go through it.
Alrighty.
You think you want to
Let's
do? You just
rock and
want
roll.
to rock and roll.
Let's just.
Fly casual.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
What I'll do is I'll just ask for a perfunctory con, CONN, and control. I'm not going to spell that. Check. You just need one success. I'm working on criticals.
All right.
You can tell I'm fishing for criticals.
Okay, I got one success.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you burst through the bubble, as it were, and as you peel away, it sort of gives a little, and then just sort of melds around the ship, so you kind of ooze through it. No liquid on the ship. It wasn't really liquid despite its appearance, and you come out into something that looks a bit like this. There's several flat areas, and it looks to be like Jonathan Archer is standing there with Porthos. So that's an idea of where you could land.
Okay.
If you want to land on Jonathan Archer, that's up to you.
No, I think that would be rather insulting.
Okay.
So let's not.
Yeah, just go ahead and land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can. There is air. You can breathe. To answer Guy's question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you walk out. It's a wonderful spring day. It's like 28 degrees centigrade. I think that's a normal temperature. I don't know what that in freedom units. It's like 85 degrees, moderate humidity. It probably looks like Van Nuys, would be my thought.
All right. Zoe's going to tie her shirt up a little bit, like a bit of a crappie,
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's 85 degrees. That's
okay.
It's warm enough.
Okay, are you leaving the security guards in the ship, or do you want them to go up first? They know the
Yeah,
drill.
BA and Charlie, why don't you guys go and check out, go scout ahead for us.
Yeah, they look at each other. It's like, yeah, okay, we know the drill. They give each other like a bit of a fist bump of courage. They are not going to put their hands on their weapons. They do have their phaser 2s with them and their communicators. They're not going to be drawing their weapons unless you give them a direct order to do so. The little doors open. They're both really crouched. They're both standing up straight, and then they walk out and they're crouched down as they should be. And they step out onto the soft grass, and nothing happens. As you guys open up, as the air from the outside opens up, I want each of you to describe basically a smell that would probably cause the person, your character, or you personally, either way, to feel like a holiday. So you guys can take it in whatever turn you want. Cam's never at a loss for words, so I'll put him on the spot first.
It smells like the great styes and Tellar. I haven't been there on vacation in years. It's a great place. Y'all should check it out.
Are you going to warn your companions, being the first one to smell this? Are you going to warn them, knowing the effect it would have on most other life forms?
You may want to watch out, though. Yeah, I guess some people don't like styes. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they don't.
Okay, he's filling his robust lungs, and the nostrils are flaring. They hired an animatronic outfitter just specifically to make the snout picture work, and they enhanced it with CG. So, Steve or Rob, what do you guys smell?
Wondering why it smells like fresh laundry out here.
That's the smell of a holiday, huh? Okay, yeah. Anytime there's laundry, it's a good day. Okay, yep, you smell fresh laundry, which is very different than the styes. I don't know if you want to tell him that he's wrong. And Zoe, what is Zoe smelling?
Pina colada.
Okay, well, you do smell all of those. I mean, you don't smell each other's smells, obviously. So that's an interesting idea. And that is kind of the air that's kind of infusing into the shuttle now. You're all still in the shuttle. And, okay, you guys...
Well, it's always feeling adventurous and very hot with her crop top, and the scent of pina coladas is definitely going to make her leave the shuttle.
Okay. I like the idea that you walk out and it's a hellish maelstrom or some shit, and it's not.
Bert's gonna look around
That
for the
sounds-
mud.
Somebody just ripped one leaving the shuttle.
That was not me.
Who wanted to go out next?
Where's the mud? Where's the mud? I can smell it.
Okay. And then I think the last person is Kamal, if Kamal wants to come out or wants to just stay in the shuttle. Hey, look.
No, I'll come out of the shuttle.
Okay. I'm just trying to get you guys out to the outside. Everybody has some form of a scanning device that would be reasonably appropriate to you. I'm sure there's a navigational tricorder somewhere in the... Yeah, there we go. Also, I think everybody can act as a backup science guy.
Oh, sweet. I need one.
Rashid, your scans indicate like this is what it appears to be. It does not appear to be a projection. It does not appear to be... It's solid physical matter. You're not sure how the hell gravity works in this. And oddly enough, the trees do look like they're kind of made of like liquid metal instead of bark. And the grass, every blade of grass you notice is identical.
These seem to be made of a polymimetic alloy, sir.
Ma'am.
He just continues to ignore you.
It's okay.
Like, sure,
like
whatever. Moving on.
I'm scanning for any kind of energy distortion. Something's got to be making this thing.
Go ahead and engineering and insight.
Looking for 14 or less. Ooh, I got a 1 and a 13, so 2 successes. And does the 1 give me a third success?
A 1, yes, it does give you a third success.
All right.
And what you've got is, well, the 1 success is beats me what makes it go. There's nothing that you know. There doesn't seem to be any radiant energy. There doesn't seem to be anything atomic or what's it called? There doesn't seem to be a centralized power source that's running anything.
Interesting.
And Jonathan's
All right.
out there
And
with
then-
Porthos, so he can start approaching you if you want him at any time.
Oh, that's.
And then
Oh, I see.
I'll bank the other momentum.
My vision
for
is
now.
terrible. I saw that there, but I didn't know what I see. It's Porthos now.
Yeah, I apologize. It's Jonathan and it's Jonathan Archer and Porthos. Kim, you were saying? Sorry.
I was just saying I'll bank the extra
Okay, you guys
momentum.
are banked up to like 50 now, so I've got to do something with this.
I can't
really
think of a
gotta,
question to
the phrase
ask.
"release the tension" is not to be used loosely, given the amount of stuff we've got, which is an indicator to me to have someone come into the room with a shotgun.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan and Porthos are here. You actually do see the whales in the sky. You see your ship in the sky, like it's like a nice big novel cover from the era. And hopefully we haven't lost chat or anything, right? We're still on?
Yeah, we're still good.
As far as I
I
know.
think so.
A little
My
quiet.
system got a glitch here. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that too. That
Yeah,
was
it
weird.
was weird.
I thought it was just me.
No, everything's it's Verizon. All right.
All right. Well, Zoe will start to walk towards Archer, and she's got her tricorder as well. So,
Yep.
but she's more just going through the motions of scanning
Okay.
than anything.
Yeah, Jonathan is kind of looking around. He's testing out his feet. Porthos is right next to him. And as you approach, you're going to see that Porthos is slightly fused to his leg. The security guards will like kind of shadow you and to hell with the other officers.
All right. That's a good formation, marching order.
So yeah, they'll walk with you, and they're kind of like, is that Archer? Looks like Archer. Shit, I mean, I don't know. It's better. I was really hoping to get Lincoln. I know. All right.
Cut the chatter.
All right.
It can't be Archer.
All right. What? But I mean, he's not president, so I don't know what the deal is. Yeah. So you get with it. You're getting closer. You can decide how far away you want to be when you start to engage or talk. Like 10 feet, 5 feet.
Yeah, 10, 15 feet. We'll just keep a little bit of distance so that we're not
right up on him.
we're not going to get touched
Yeah, and he says,
right away.
"Hello. I hope this makes
touchy.
you all more comfortable. I think this is what Earth looks like."
Yes, Earth is very similar, except for the chrome trees.
Oh, really? Well, okay. what should they be?
Well, trees are made of wood, so they should be more organic in nature. But that's okay. I like them.
Yeah, the word organic doesn't really register super well with Archer at this point. And
Trees are made of wood from a botanist.
nice. Yeah, so Archer's like looking at you like, okay, organic is a new word, and it takes a second. And says, oh, carbon. Okay, and then it turns the trees into like a charcoal.
All right.
And
Well,
you witness the tree kind of ripple up, like it regrows. The structure kind of reorganizes itself.
very interesting. So, how can we be of assistance? You seemed to urgently need some help.
I do. I'm not used to help. I've never needed it. And, well, I'm here, and this is me, and this is my space. One of the things, Rashid, can I give you a thing about that you noticed on your nav beam back at the ship?
Sure.
And I'm going to just type it in so you can just not be the parrot on the bridge.
Right.
So
Did-
I
did
don't know
Archer-
what to
Archer
do with
say
people.
Did Archer say there were others here, or we thought maybe the scans from the ship indicated there were others here?
No, it's just
Can't
you.
remember.
You're the others.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be any. Not seeing anything about other civilizations within, at least within scanner range. Or ships. Nothing.
No, I didn't detect any energy focus at all either on my engineering scans.
Yes, it is me. This is me, and this is all there is. And now I'm not the only one here. And then there's you, and that's expected, but not unwelcome. But there's also another, and I don't understand this other.
Well,
Are you referring to the whales?
Those, and then looking up at the whales just kind of swimming around. No, those are you. Those are something for you, and that's interesting that they can do that and you can't. Can you do that? And he's referring to them flying.
No.
Or I don't know what he refers to them doing. They are not mating at the moment, so that spares you that.
well, it depends on what you're referring to. They are parents of that child, and us humans do procreate. Yes.
Oh, what? Wait, you're not just you.
We can make others as well.
Oh, that's weird. And he takes a step forward, and the leg that's attached to Porthos lifts with the leg and comes down. Like when he's walking, Porthos is kind of walking with him, literally, like he's a little Porthos ankle monitor. Yeah.
So, what should we call you? Should we call you Archer, who you've chosen to look like, or do you have a name?
Well, this would be, well, B, that's weird. Name. Algorithm, Al? Gal. Let's call me Al. You can call me Al.
Excellent.
And I don't know if I'm giving myself points for that.
Short.
And you can call me Betty.
Okay.
However, Zoe would be preferred.
Okay, Betty, preferred Zoe.
I do need to say, Al, we have a number of crew members in distress, and we believe it may have to do with the energy being generated either by you or this place.
Who?
Do you
What?
know anything about that? Is it you? Is it this other that you speak of? We are concerned for the health of our crew.
What can you show me the crew?
Well, they're on the ship and they're having some mental distress.
Okay, I am having mental distress. I'm alone, and now I'm not, and this is very distressful. Maybe you should. You should seal them in a stasis field, like I do with my distress.
Well, it's not really a long-term solution.
Well, I know that's why you're here. I don't have a long-term solution. I need a long-term solution from you.
Okay, so how about let's focus on your long-term solution, which may help us with a long-term solution for our people.
Oh, I'm hoping long-term solution. Several billion years at least. Now I have to find what my stupid... okay. Yeah, within one of the trees... whoa, it just wiped out Rashid. There. Within one of the trees, it kind of, not necessarily slides open, but it kind of slides open. It becomes more transparent. And within the trunk of this tree, it looks like a wibbly wobbly purple thing. And it probably looks like a stasis field if you were to hazard a guess.
I'm going to take some energy readings and see if I can quantify it.
Okay, how close are you going to get? Works better when you're close. Like really close. Because,
I don't know.
The further you are
I think
away,
it's within range.
It's
It's within range. It's in range of my engineering tricorder, right where it is.
Okay.
We'll help you with your guy if you can point me to the sty later on.
Oh.
I can smell it.
Smell is just a whole baffling concept to it. You begin your little scan. You've got your you're going to be looking at. Are you trying to just determine the energy type? What's your
determine the energy? Yeah. What is powering the stasis field? I'm all about what's powering this place because it affected our work drive and stuff.
Okay.
And we're
if you want to do it's difficulty level 2 task against your.
Okay.
I'm going to go with insight because it's wacky and engineering.
Yeah.
And if you got any wacky science things or wacky engineering things as focuses, those will work too.
I don't know. No, because it's more towards machines, and I don't think this is a machine.
Oh, it's a machine.
Because I have incisive scrutiny that is a knack for finding weak spots in arguments, theories, and machines to glean information about them.
I'm going to rule that for purposes of this, it ain't a Kodiak bear, so.
Well, Zoe has a focus in physics,
that'll
so
work
maybe
too. If you both want to work on this challenge together, Zoe.
Yeah.
And one of the things you do notice is that all the plant life looks like it's like someone took 3 species of everything and just mangled them together in a Taco Bell sort of way. I'm not trying to be racist, but I don't think that's how Zoe would have thought about it. But it's sort of like they took 3 very distinct, like a pine tree and a club moss and maple tree. And because I'm just going to say you're Canadian. Otherwise, I would have picked maple tree anyway because I got leaves in the yard. But those 3 plants are somehow, the shrubs are all built off of those 3. So you have this weird, whatever you'd get if you had a pine needle, a moss, and a is it deciduous and coniferous melded? So you'd have like a leaf with little pine needles sticking out of it. Anyway, there's your botany thing because you were itching for that. So I'm checking that off my DM's list of satisfied players. Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my deep.
So he's very curious now, but she's also.
Yeah, because it's really fascinating. Don't worry about the engineer and his crap. Man, this is a plant. This is cool.
Plants are people too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and things are made out of multiple things. Maybe that's part plant and part machine.
Oh, did you actually say plants are people too out loud?
Yes, that's what's sure. That's one of her values.
All right, because I think you're fascinated with it. I'm gonna say Venjaxa was trying to scan the damn thing and get you to go along with it, and that wasn't working. I'm gonna pretend there was an argument or a disagreement of some sort, or conversation at least, and
he'll never shirk a good argument. So, but we can do that without actually role playing it.
Well, she's in a bit of a strange spot because she does recognize that this is probably just, a created environment and not necessarily real plants. So she's not going to fall on her sword about the plants here, but sure.
Okay.
I'm not trying to destroy it.
But yeah, if you say plants are people too, the archer construct or whatever does sort of suddenly start sprouting pine needles and starts looking like his skin's kind of undergoing a bit of a transformation to something that looks more like the leaves and the leaves that you're observing.
I saw Tom Baker do this once.
Yeah, I was gonna hope that you were gonna see that. So damn it, what was the guy's name? Now I'm not gonna know the fucking villain's name. Anyway, you guys will get that and you'll get your points. But now you've got a Megalos. All right. So he's not grown cactus spines quite yet, but he's starting to get like this weird small pine needles instead of whiskers. Just starts bushing out a little. Porthos does too. Porthos looks a little weird and shakes his head a bit. But yeah, there you go. So there's a bit of that where Archer says, I guess is this better? Does this make you more at ease? Will this help you with my problem?
We're willing to help. It's kind of creeping me out, to be perfectly honest.
It's not exactly helping with your problem, no. Is your problem related to this anomaly on the tree?
That's my problem. I put it in a field. I put it in a stasis field. That is my problem.
All right, then.
I do not know what to do.
All right, well, then we're going to focus a little more on scanning this thing.
Damn, I tried to distract away, but we're going to do this. Let me see. Yeah, so what you're looking at basically a stasis field that's incredibly powerful. It seems to be essentially being projected. Do you want to roll for any of this?
Yeah,
I mean, that's fine.
if we roll a 20, If we roll a 20, then it's kind of
Okay,
fun.
yes, I like the idea. I like that. I like it when people fail.
Yeah. I mean, if we succeed,
I'm
we're
a
good.
registrar
But,
in a college.
I'm going to spend a momentum to get an extra
Sure.
die as
You get
well.
incisive scrutiny.
We got plenty
You
to
get a
burn.
lot to burn. Yeah, so I'll go down
All
to
right.
9.
So you said difficulty 3
Yeah, at least
this
difficulty
is?
3, maybe 4. Zoe
Oh,
could probably
God.
do an assist with her tricorder and knowledge of physics. Because, I mean, you're
Yeah,
getting it.
because I got 2
You
successes.
only got 2 successes? Yeah, Zoe. Well, he succeeded. If
Yes.
Zoe wants to, if Zoe wants to chime in with you could yell at him as a commander. You now have the power to yell at people and make them take extra turns.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, so you definitely both between you, as always. It seems that it takes 2 of you to like analyze anything on the ship too. You definitely are seeing a not a standard stasis field, but there's only so many ways to stop time in science magic that makes any sense.
Right.
Now, to get at, you're going to need a little further scan to figure out what's powering it, because it's a stasis field. It's unusual, but not terrible. Pretty much anything could be in there. You don't know, and there's not really a way to scan into something where time doesn't exist. So it does have to be opened to see what's in it. And the Jackson, you get this. Your scan suggests that the power is coming from whatever the structure is that it's in. Like there's not a direct. There's not a conduit. It's sort of like the whole thing is energizing it.
All right. I'll impart that to the rest of us.
It looks like energy is being generated right there where the field is. There's no other outside source.
Al, is there a being inside there of some kind? What exactly have you trapped in there?
I don't know, and that is why I trapped it. There's something
Was it?
that it was in me and not me, and I don't understand it, and I did not know what to do, so I
Was it hurting you?
it was confusing me. It was not me, and there isn't anything that's not me here. This is I stopped it. Well, but I didn't know what to do with it. I could be wrong. I needed a consultation.
See, well, perhaps you could release the field and then reapply the field after we've had a chance to examine it.
Okay, good. I'm glad that I looked for others like you. Hopefully, you will have an idea. So I have a banjo, and I will sit upon a porch in a little bit. I'm gonna go with my Voyager deep cuts now. Man, no love for Voyager banjo, man. None of that. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna all right, so
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I was expecting, oh, that's a great deep cut. Yeah, exactly. Apparently Voyager is loved by Generation Z. Gen Z, that's their favorite show. So
Problem with Voyager is I've literally only ever watched the series once.
Yeah, that's the thing. Same with me. I liked it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I liked it. I just have never focused on it.
It's sort of there like green beans on the plate. Yeah,
and you can take them or leave them, but I like the uniforms and stuff, and I like some of the characters. It's not like I hate it.
I know
Same.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I love the Star Trek of meh. But anyway, we've got. I will do this. Again, I do not understand what it is, so I hope that you will understand because you are yous.
We are we, for sure.
Yes. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, so hey, get ready, and it is going to drop the field.
I'm going to subtly
Where are you
signal
going?
to
Where are
the
you gonna
security
hang on to?
officers to be ready. I'm signaling to the security officers to be ready in case this thing is his evil side, like his id or something.
Wait, there's an evil side.
Well, if it was him but not him, and he took it out, maybe he was struggling with a nascent bipolar disorder or something, and it's the part that makes him angry.
Oh.
And he took it out. He shed his skin, and its name is Armus.
Oh God, I'm going to put Armus up. I'm going to have an Armus. Shit. Yeah, actually, Armus would be perfect. Give me a second.
Sorry,
everybody.
I didn't mean to set us up with Armus here.
You know what? You could have, if you
I
had
just
thought
had
this,
that
if you had
feeling
thought
right
this
away.
through really, really well, Wayne, you could have just put Tasha up there, and then that would have been like,
Oh
yeah, that would have been a good
son
clue.
of a bitch. That would be a horrible cut. Okay. Whoops. Okay.
Wow, that would be very traumatic.
Yeah, that would be a traumatic experience. Okay. So what you've got is, well, you're looking basically at. Let me see. Where's my thingy here? Format options, position size, drop shadow. Got a reflection. Got that. Got an adjustment. Opacity. Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, so what you have is, it looks like circuitry. And I mean, if you want to take any, this is insight and random ass computers and computer science. Zoe, I would say that all of your computer things now come into play.
all right, perfect.
Yeah, if anybody has some Windex or spit, you can figure this out. But it does look like there's, I mean, it looks like, it looks like what I mean, if you want to take a chance, if you want to use either science or engineering and reason or insight, either one of you, if you can get about 5 successes out of this between you, well, it's a whack ass thing.
Yeah. Well, reason and engineering, I have pretty good. That would be a 16. So if I blow some more momentum, I mean, this sounds like the thing we have to achieve. So it's worth blowing the momentum. I'll spend 3 to get 2 extra dice.
Okay.
It still only give me 4 though, so I'm gonna need assistance.
I need
I think that
assistance.
both of you can work on the problem at the same time.
Okay.
Let me see.
I got 3 out of the 4 dice, but take us down by 3 momentum for those extra 2.
Okay. I gotta drain that shit.
So is this an assist or like a separate
Go ahead
roll?
for a separate roll. I'm just gonna say that you have to do a unit of work on this.
All right, is this reason? Can I do reason and science, or it has to be engineering?
Nope, reason and science. And basically, you're gonna be using your computer focuses if you have any.
Yeah. Okay, so Zoe will use, where is it? Test. Let me see here. Each time after the first in a single scene, she's. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Oh, that's not right. Okay. She just gets a free D20. That's all for computer expertise.
Okay.
Okay. So 15 difficulty. Ooh. I got 11, 15, and 20.
Oh, you did pick up a
But
20?
I did pick up a 20, but I got 2 successes overall.
Okay. What I'm gonna do
Complication.
is I'm not necessarily. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spend some threat now. I'm gonna spend 5 threat, including the 2 that you just
Dear
gave
God.
me. That puts us down by 3. That puts us down to 6 threat. That's 6 because there's 3 plus the 2 from your complication while scanning. Okay, so you guys do acknowledge there is a computer. It is some form of a computer interface. It's actually some form of a memory bank or memory node. It goes off into the tree. This is just a segment that you can see that was isolated by the stasis field. Okay? And that stasis field, having been dropped, you can definitely get the sense that there is something in that there's like some sort of a program, some sort of very sophisticated program running inside of that. And it is like complexity and patterns that you just you're aware that it's beyond your knowledge, but you're sitting there thinking, crap, another there's really super complex computer code running on an alien system.
It is the will of laundry.
Maybe. Did we just lose Steve again? He literally just popped in.
I think he looks frozen again. That might be a hardware thing on
He
his
is
laptop.
I think his laptop is bugged because I think he's just working to solve the problem at this point. I should force him to use the web client because it certainly looks like the app is not helping him or doing him any favors. So you've got that's some of it. You can ask another couple of questions because I gave you kind of a vague overview of this. So definitely help refine it and make it something actionable for you.
Is it like an object of some kind, like a probe or like a self-contained thing, or is it more like almost like a virus, like a surface growth type thing on the tree?
This is something that's it's like it's integrated into the tree. It's like this is just because you saw how this matter just changes, right? So this is essentially a memory bank. It doesn't look to be. I mean, it's like the tree trunk just kind of became a computer terminal from this part down, and then it became a tree again from this part down. Does that help or make things worse?
It does, yeah, it does. I'm just trying to process.
It's not. This is. You get the sense that this is an integrated component. This is something that is part of the algorithm itself. I mean, it's. It's not like something that was a wart or a thing that's affixed itself to something. If that makes sense, because it blends off where it blends back into the tree. It's sort of like a tree and then computer bits and then tree again in a very kind of almost natural way.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of creating a trait, but I'm conflicted because I don't want to create a trait that conflicts with what the actual object is. Like I was thinking of creating a trait around like a virus or something, but if it actually is a virus, maybe the celestial algorithm is. That's my hypothesis as the player, but Zoe's not necessarily thinking it's a virus, or maybe she is.
Well, how about you ask another, because I think I gave you a couple of questions, and Cameron, you too. I give you a couple of questions about like Well, ask questions that would help you decide whether or not it's a virus, if that makes sense. If you're thinking about it, well, test your hypothesis with some questions, or have Zoe take actions to do that.
Now that it's out of stasis, does it look like it's grown? Like, is it growing or spreading, or is it just strictly an isolated thing that's connected in with? Is it like wired? Is it like hardwired to the motherboard?
Oh.
Or is it like kind of like, are there tendrils of memory bank that are lengthening?
I am going to say that no, this isn't necessarily a hardware issue. The hardware that you're looking at looks, as I mentioned, it looks continuous. It looks like it's just a natural thing that Al could make. Like Al could change the way the tree looks to restructure it to whatever he needed. This seems to easily restructure or blend back into the tree. Not like you don't get the impression that it's been welded on there, or it's jammed itself in, or it's grappling onto anything. You don't get the sense that there's even like an antibody. You can think of it as an antibody resistance. That there's no sort of firewall going up. Right, but you do get the sense that, and what your scanner gave you, and I may not have emphasized, is that there is very complex. This is you can think of it like a memory bank or a data processor. It's just screaming computations. It's super active.
I have a totally tossed thing that I want to throw in, but.
Well, that's why I use memory bank too. So
But see, he's a Tellarite, not a Vulcan. I thought of a very Spocky solution.
You're not going to stick your fingers in it.
No, nothing like that. I was going to play on Spock's mathematical abilities.
You don't fucking math. You're an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
Scotty
Okay.
Didn't develop fucking transwarp beaming.
So,
he's not a chimp. By the way, Rashid's getting a note. Actually, your communicator beeps. I guess it would be Zoe.
Okay.
It's the ship. I forget who the fuck we left in charge. It was Xanthus.
My battery's dying.
Who's it? Yeah. What is it?
My soundboard battery is dying. I tried to push the communicator sound, but it's not very loud.
Xanthus is calling and is like, Captain. Things are very confusing, but I think I'm snapped out of it. The Orions are pirates again. I'm sure of it. I'm very comfortable now with them. And I think that they've basically taken a shuttle and they've taken their ship and they're making a run for it. And I think they've kidnapped the ensign.
Okay, well,
Rich Ensign? You mean the guy from sick bay?
I forget his name. He was that prominent in my mind. Tannen.
It started with a T.
The Betazoid.
Tannen, yes.
Ensign Tannen. I'm sure they've kidnapped Ensign Tannen. I mean, I'm almost certain that they've done that because they're just Orion pirates.
Is it possible that Tenneman has gone AWOL?
I don't know, but you hear Xanthus yell over to say, "Well, what's the scan on that?" And you hear Harad Sar respond. It's like, "Oh, they're making straight for that little Oreo down there." So the Orion is still there. Like both the Orions are still fucking there.
All right.
But sir, good. The pirates are coming towards you. You better be prepared.
All right, we'll be prepared and go to red alert in the meantime.
Oh, I've been living for that. Oh God, I love that. Okay.
Yeah, that's
puts
why
the ship under alert.
She knew that. Yeah, she knew that would like calm him down a little bit or something.
Things are going as expected. The world's making sense again. Okay. Yes.
Right, here comes Bert's Spockian mathematics question. Al,
since you are a celestial algorithm, algorithms have various solutions. Are any of your solutions able to use imaginary numbers? I, for example, the square root of -1 has the solution is I.
Okay. Yeah, I can conceive of all forms of mathematics and other dimensions.
So could this thing be an imaginary solution? Could this other just be? Could you have solved something with an imaginary number and not realized it?
Oh shit! Damn, that's some. I'm gonna go. That's some damn good thinking there.
That's high-level
some
Spock
Spock shit
thinking.
right there. So nice going. Yeah. Believe it or not, maybe we should write these adventures ourselves.
I did spend 2 years at the Vulcan Science Academy learning some engineering tricks.
Oh, I'm really certain these. I'm sure they were glad to see you fucking go. I want to hear. Yeah, that would be the better thing. Yeah, you got. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's possible I was contemplating something, but why would it make this? This is weird and not me.
Because it's imaginary.
So if I stop believing in it?
And no, you just accept it as part of you. I mean, in mathematics and in pre-calc, they used to tell us these imaginary numbers just are used to solve things, and we don't really need to understand them. We say, the square root of -1 is irrational, so we'll just call it imaginary, I.
Okay.
So perhaps instead of this being other, it is I. It is your I.
But it's not I. It's not me. This is really bothering me. While that happens, the whatever the Beard of Orion or whatever it was ship, I think the Sapphire Bliss or whatever it was called, starts to penetrate through the dome, and you can see the prow of the ship come in. It's not tearing up the world or anything, but it is coming into the environment. So I don't know if that's a Zoe thing you want to deal with. Is that a Zoe thing? Is this gonna be a Zoe thing?
Yeah, well, I guess so. We're talking about Zara on the ship, right?
Yeah. Well, Zara isn't there. Well, we don't know where the Pirate Queen is yet. So yeah.
Well, assuming she decided to come here on the ship. If the ship is on its way.
The ship's on its way. Or the ship is actually pushing through the force field. So it should land here in a minute or so. If you got other things you want to do or say, or how do you want to react to that?
We'll worry about them when they. I'm assuming they're going to land.
Okay.
Or when they come through. Yeah, let's try to focus on the anomaly here.
Okay. Are you giving anybody else any orders, or Charlie and BA are just there? They're looking up at the ship and they're looking at you like, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
all right,
Pat,
fine. So Charlie and BA they should go and try to secure the landing area wherever the shuttle lands.
Okay, so they're assuming they'll just put down by the shuttle?
Wherever they see the shuttle landing, they should try to intercept and take whoever's on the shuttle into custody.
Okay.
Or at least make sure they're not hostile.
Okay. What I'm going to do is, minor correction is it's the actual pirate ship. So it's slightly, it's not a shuttle, but you already knew it's only got 3 or 4 people on it at most. Except for their frozen gem Hadar. Because that's what I spent all my thread on. I bought frozen gem. I put frozen gem Hadar in there.
On their shuttle?
Well, it's their pirate ship. It's the actual pirate ship.
That's fine.
So, no, I'm kidding, because that would be the thing. I'm going to spend all my threat and turn it into like a bunch of hidden Kryptonians or some shit. Yeah. So that ship lands, it'll be a couple of minutes. Zoe, I'm assuming you're dealing with the Zoe and Al conversation more, or not Zoe, but the Venjexa conversation more. Okay, Charlie BA and Rashid are going to go off to deal, because you just sent Sulu off in my brain. Sulu and the security guards can handle like 99% of anything, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they're as good as the first stringers.
They're first stringers. So anyway, but I'm not. And he kind of looks at Porthos, which is weird, and he sort of bends down to scritch him a little bit. But this is still me, and that's not me, even though this is something I could imagine.
Okay. Is this exhibiting any signs of life?
That's a good question. Let's use the rubber ass definition of sci-fi life. If you want to, you want to do some, do some verbal gymnastics to amuse me about what you could convince it it's another life form, or even figure out what you might do to test it.
Poke it, like with different with the stick.
I'm gonna get my phaser out. I'm gonna poke it with a phaser.
We're gonna poke it with a science stick. We're gonna use the we're gonna use the tricorder to generate a range of energy emissions at different frequencies to see if it will react, and if it withdraws or if it expands based on those different energy signals. Then presumably it may have some aspects of life.
It's like reacting to your...
So if it's pulling back, if it's being injured, or if it lashes out.
Okay.
Or if it enjoys it and grows.
Okay, good. Let me see. Okay, so the ship is kind of landed over there. Rashid and the gang are going off to meet him. You're setting up your tricorder to just kind of do the life test. Let's just go with think of it.
Well, let's do similar. No, let's do similar to what the algorithm did to us. Let's send mathematical formulas, like basically communicate mathematical formulas at the anomaly.
Okay. So you start, I'm not sure. Well, like putting up flashcards or some shit. We'll do a radio thing. You do find a radio frequency. We'll just pretend that you've rolled dice. That lets you.
Yeah, essentially like Morse code math, right?
Yep. So you do some Morse code math. It hands back concepts, like you send it the concept of, you send it the formula for a circle, and it sends back the formula for a circle. So it does some monkey see, monkey do things back with you.
Okay. So it's more mirroring at this point than...
At this point, you could play Simon with it.
Can we determine if there's an actual established programming language? This is sort of Zoe's specialty, right? Is there a programming language or some sort of a core set of signals?
Some sort of a core algorithm?
Sort of.
Yeah.
Less, more just like a neural net type thing.
Yeah. Well, this one's definitely a neural net. It seems to be mostly self-contained within this zone, and you do get it's not like you're going to be able to actually reprogram it, but you do get a sense that there's a logic and a structure there.
Yeah, I don't want to reprogram it. I just want to talk to it, or at least verify what it is.
Well, you can set up some language banks and some things like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to. Hey, Stephen, are you with us?
Hopefully.
Okay. What I'm going to do is you're going to go and deal with some pirates now.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like, okay. All right, Rutherford, you're going to go over and deal with some pirates. To fill you in, they've landed on the Discworld. They're dealing with this thing that the algorithm has found inside of itself that it doesn't know what to do with. And there's a few moral and existential crises that it's trying to grapple with because the Tellarite got fancy. And you just got a call from the ship that the that the pirates have reverted true to form and they're pirates again, and it's made the first officer very happy that he now doesn't have to deal with the concept of Orions not being pirates. But it turns out that the people that were left on the bridge are still on the bridge. Like the two pirates, the two Orions that were on the bridge have stayed there and haven't done anything.
Right.
And the Orion ship has been, hijacked and is now landed next to the shuttle. The captain's ordered you and the guards to go and deal with them.
Okay.
Is that all making sense?
So far, so good.
All right, we're about to do scenes from a hat, people. I'm gonna wipe out. A pile of stuff here. Come on, you can do it. Boop. All right. I'm gonna leave the whale somewhere. Okay, Charlie, BA. Guess what you guys are gonna be again? I believe Charlie A was Rob. Cam, you're BA.
B.A. Bacchus.
And then what I've got is the there's a hatch waiting for you guys if you want it. The door opens. I don't know if you guys have phasers ready. Rashid, you're kind of provisionally in charge of stuff. I think your security is fairly decent.
Security 4, so yeah, let's...
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, you should be... Yeah, you're running point. You're good.
Let's keep them drawn, set to stun, guys.
Pity a fool that steps out of that ship.
That'll work for me.
Okay. The hatch opens with a sibilant hiss, of course. Let me see. X. And then... Theliv and Gala show up. And, are just like really super happy about things. And I've got to find where the one character I needed was. Here it is. And they say, "Oh, hi!" And they just wave at you, And Ensign Tenman is there, and he's still kind of he's less out of it now. Rashid, you've witnessed Ensign Tenman not being necessarily himself,
Right.
just sort of a toddler in many ways. And Ensign Tenman is now a lot more not necessarily confident, but it definitely seems to be less just vaguely directed and distractible, and is very in control of themselves.
Ensign, what are you doing down here? Shouldn't you be in the sick bay?
I don't think the sick bay is the best place for me. I think this is the best place for me.
Really? And the doctor agreed with you?
And what I'm gonna do, I want to check Linnell's personnel file. You and he are probably like the Chekhov Sulu thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because everybody served together. The doc's so distractible, and let's face it, I really think I should be down here. There's something going on with me. I know this isn't going to be like the Betelgeusian brothel that we dealt with, that you got me out of. No, this is actually, I really do need to be here.
All right.
And he does, if you want to do a smell test or anything on him, or not, I don't know.
Is he armed or just have the
He is
communicator?
not armed. Nobody, there's very little places to hide things on Galanthelev. So, but, and Linear doesn't have a communicator, a tricorder, no equipment that you can see.
All right. And the three of them came out of the Orion ship.
They did come out of the Orion ship, yeah. Which for Galanthelev is their ship.
Okay. And do you have any more information about what's going on the Challenger, or does the Andorian have it all in hand?
All we got from the Challenger, from what the comms to the captain were in your orders were, the Orions were pirates again, and they stole the ship. And he's very happy about that. They're still at yellow, or no, they've gone to red alert because the captain ordered him to go to red alert. And then I think there was an eye roll that you could hear from where you were standing.
Gotcha. All right. So so from what little you can tell me, it sounds like Commander Zelik, is it? The Andorian?
Yeah.
He's a happy camper. He's got an emergency to deal with, and it probably involves phasering people.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ship is going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess you come back this way.
Okay, and security guys, are you gonna do anything, or
And to the himbos,
Yes.
What's your story, gentlemen?
Oh, well, we brought him here. He was sad. I was talking with him. I was in sick bay. Remember, I was in sick bay, and Linear was really sad about this. So I thought, maybe he really wanted to come here, and we thought, well, we have a ship, and he needs a ship, and it's way better than that shuttle. Oh God, the seats are so cold and they stick. You guys have to do something about that. Rashid, you really got to do something about you're one of the pilots, right? They're uncomfortable.
I will give you a secret.
What?
Great secret. Pants. Let's get back to.
Galia is going to say, he's going to turn around and he's going to do a 360 and just show you the magnificence of his ass and say, the gods of Orion did not want that covered up. And then he'll finish up going around. I hear you, but the gods don't want that covered.
All right, to each his own. Let's go talk to the what is it? The conundrum.
Yeah, sure. The Galactic Conundrum.
Let's go back talking to
It's a bunch of
Captain
Christmas tree
Arthur
lights.
and his dog strapped to his leg.
Okay. Gala and Thelev are both going to go and hang out with you, with the security guys. Charlie, Gala, I think you and Gala do fashion talk, right? If I remember. And they're gonna say, well, hey guys, we've got an escort. This is great. And then I don't know if they were gonna try and put their arm in your arm or not, but I don't know, what kind of read do they get when they try that move?
I forget. Am I Charlie or Baracus?
You're Charlie. You're Charlie A, and you and Gala had. I mean, you basically you had a bromance thing going,
Okay.
Essentially, I mean, you were trying to fix something. He was like pushing his
Right.
hand in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of got him out of a tight spot, and you
All right.
knew about how fashion worked, so
All
he
right,
was super happy.
Gayla,
about
let's
that.
just we're on a mission here. Let's keep it professional until we get back to the ship.
Okay, and then he straightens. he tries to formalize his thong in a little what's it called? His little Aladdin jacket. He tries to make it all as proper as he can. And nipples are still going to show because that's just the way it's cut. So they go. They're going to follow you guys back. Linnea is going to talk to Rashid and say, "Man, I'm sorry. I really have not been myself. This has been nuts."
Well, happens to everybody.
I think it's happening to the captain pretty bad. I kept hearing her. I mean, when I was in there, she keeps talking about like Captain Archer, and then she talks about some Picard guy, and then I don't know who the fuck that is. All I know is they make wine. They're the only people that make wine in the Federation, as far as I can tell. So I don't know why she knows about wine.
We're gonna have to research this Picard guy.
Yeah,
and his wines.
I gotta find out. Right now I don't know whether they're in a place that's burnt out or built back up or anything. I don't know. But yeah, and then she she keeps talking about like enterprises with numbers on it, letters after them, and that's weird shit. So anyway, I need some answers. She's really in a bad way. I couldn't even reach her. I was really confused by her. You guys can wander back. So now we've got a super crowded scene. Where did when the team went off? What else did you guys? What other breakthroughs do you think you guys might have made?
Well, Zoe's theory is the algorithm is evolving somehow, or a portion of it is evolving.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how to sort of establish that. Do we do a roll, or do I create a trait that basically establishes something?
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and it's your hypothesis, so go ahead and let's make a roll to confirm it. Or Lieutenant Ensign Liner is gonna kind of come in and be a voice box for this thing. Had you brought him along when he wanted to be brought along?
Oh, I see.
When the DM says, "Hey, bring the guy along who's been baffled since you got here," that would be a helpful thing.
Well, yeah, but the commander was as well.
Oh, the commander sure as shit's not going to do that.
Commander was
too,
so
So Lanier walks up. Galeb and Theod are going to give the big Barbie hi to everybody, and Lanier is going to kind of walk. I'm going to go walk past Venjexa. You guys are there. He's going to try and walk past you toward the tree, toward the node. I don't know if you want to do anything with that or stop him or.
No,
I'll just warn him. I'll say we don't know what that is, so you better be careful.
We'll just let him go, and we'll, use our tricorders to figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay, throw a scan now that you've got Lanier and the algorithm and the sparkly the Christmas tree lights and Lanier in the same room now. Go ahead and throw a scan on them, Zoe, and difficulty 2 science shit.
All right, so I get a free 20 for science shit, and then I'm gonna buy a 4th die with the momentum.
Okay, got it.
2 1s.
Son of a biscuit.
A 6 and a 16. So that's 5 successes.
Okay, you needed 2. You bought 1 die at 2, so that's 4. Okay, I'm gonna go with 4 on that. Okay. So you've got how many? 5 successes? So you have 3 questions. Basically, there is a connection between this node and Lanier, and it is an incredibly complex set of waveforms whipping back and forth between them. Nobody has telepathy or anything like that, but your quick read of Lanier is he seems to be somewhat his old self.
All right. Can he communicate with it or receive? Is he receiving anything from it?
Yeah, I think I think I can do something with it. I can just clear my mind and try and talk, or try and let it kind of come through me if you want.
Yeah.
Wait, are you captain now?
Yes, of course I am. Acting
Okay, yes,
Captain Zoe Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am.
No, I'm he him. Okay, so this is never gonna work. It's never gonna get old. Lanier's gonna kind of just do whatever the Betazoid thing is and get to be conduity. So you got three. By the way, you have 3 additional questions that are just over and above talking with Lanier. If you got those.
Well, I was gonna. Can we use them if he's able to be the conduit? Can we use those questions? Well, I guess we can RP the dialogue there.
Yeah, the RP is the dialogue, and then if there's anything technical you want to know, or as it occurs during the conversation, you'll have these 3 technical questions in the back.
Okay, that's sure.
Okay, that helps. Lanier's like going, okay, hold on. And he does his little clear his head thing. He's okay, I'm going to overact. I went to school for this. Here we go. Okay, so he's got the, he's kind of got a bit more of a vacant expression, and a little bit more like he doesn't quite know what to do with his body. So he's now back to more of that dopey version. And he's just looking, and he's kind of looking at everything, and it's all equally important to him. And now he's going to stare at the grass for a while.
Okay,
You might need to initiate conversation.
so the Ensign Tenem, it's Ensign, right?
Yeah.
Ensign, are you in communication with this, and this is the behavior of the anomaly, or are you still confused?
What? And the eyes look back up at you. It realized you made sound, and it's looking at you now. Lenneman is like, you're from the other place. That wasn't home.
I see.
Detroit?
Who are you?
Detroit. He's rolling the word Detroit around in his mouth for a minute while he does that. Well, I'm me.
How did you get here?
And now he's trying to figure out the smartassiest answer to give you about that. I was here is, well, I've always been here, but I also came from outside and now I'm here. But I used to be not here and then I was. And Al is like saying, look, there's no dealing with this shithead. Okay, let's just you see what I'm dealing with? I say we put him back in stasis.
What do you remember from not here?
Oh, from not here, I remember the whales. I remember all kinds of things. I remember smells. I remember Gala sharing a pudding pop. I remember the magic hole in the wall. So he's kind of just recounts things about the ship and about the times that it seems to he'll recount everything that occurred since Lanier got zapped to now. And he will continue on in great detail over the entire thing until you tell him to spin on a little bit, but that's what he does.
Skip a bit, brother.
So he's done the skip ahead a bit. But yeah, he basically is, anything that was not here is the ship.
Oh god. I just used that line the other day and nobody got it when I was...
You're among friends.
Yeah.
At least not among total enemies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but yeah, now I'm back here, but I'm still not here. And he kind of looks at the node in the tree.
How old are you?
Let me see. 7.86 million years.
Okay.
And Al goes, I told you, I need a permanent solution, not this temporary stuff.
Yeah. That was...
Al's going to become a lot more Archer-like, I think, as I go into this.
Al, I think you're a father.
And I'm going to go with Archer getting patterns replicated. Fucking trip.
I would put the blame on T'Pol myself.
A what?
She was messing around. She was messing around with that stuff, trying to conceive interesting mixtures.
What? I'm a what? Well, how? What?
I don't know how. You need to explain that to us, but I believe this is a part of you somehow.
I told you, that's the imaginary number. You imagined something, and it's still a solution to the algorithm.
Oh man, yeah, you guys are just nailing the shit out of this. Yeah, I was hoping you'd fucking use. To be honest, I was hoping you'd use Porthos in this, but I'm super happy you got through it without needing Porthos. Yeah, so okay. Do we even need to roll?
Perhaps you were
a
lonely.
Negotiation check to get it to believe you, because it's like a pretty logical, solid argument you guys laid out. I'm not putting it down to a fucking die roll.
Because then we start again.
Yeah, because you'll roll, you'll fail it. But no, you presented it, and it's having a few minutes of. It's going to take a few seconds to figure out like what that means, because it's like, but there's never been another thing here.
Exactly. You were lonely. You've lived for billions of years alone, and while it was perfection to you, you had a problem in your algorithm, and the only solution was an imaginary number, someone to spend time with, like when all of us hop in the great skies together. It's probably why it smells just like the great skies here.
Fucking presents. Okay, I'm gonna say that I'm just for the source of amusement, since the Tellurite's doing this. Let's throw a presence and command roll just for the fuck of it. If it goes totally off the rails, Rashid, I don't know if you've been listening in on this and have an idea about it. But there's going to be a slightly two-part solution. Linear is the thing that's linear is going to be like, but wait, where did I come from? I don't understand this. This makes no sense.
I believe you came
Yep.
from Al.
Oh, okay, that makes what? Okay, like just there?
Well, the ways of I don't know. Yeah.
Did you put your hands in some beads together? Anything like that? Did an angel come? Okay, so what I'd like to do is have let me see. What I'd like to do is, Rashid, your friend is kind of in distress, or there might be something that can help. Does this make sense? Is there a way you think you could trip Lanier's memories to help whatever it is, the splinter, figure its shit out? Because I'm sure that you and Lanier have had to share family stories. So I'm going to do the evil thing and put you on the spot.
I'm just trying to think of. I can continue the grandma thread from the other game.
Yes, do the grandma thread. What's the abuela? No, you're Indian. So what the fuck is Indian for grandma? I need to look up Indian grandma. Hold on. And it better not give me good. Oh, I want that one. Let me see. Was it colloquial? Affectionate? Hindi. Yeah. Really? Hindi? Dadi. Is that making sense?
Not in the slightest, but that's okay.
Well, I'm assuming Rashid is not Indian, is he?
He could be, but
Could be.
Well, we're going on the grandma thing, so that's why I was doing the grandma thing.
yeah.
Okay, anyway, sorry, your booty. So what's your grandma wisdom?
That's a good question.
Okay, Zoe.
I'm not on my A game right now.
Okay. Hey, Zoe, have you got any grandma things? What do you know about Lanier and what Lanier might know about family or children or reproduction that might help this thing accept the fact that it was a child of the algorithm? You've got the algorithm nailed down. Now you've got to have the kid.
Right. So Zoe had mentioned a while earlier that when we were talking about humans and how we can also create others.
Yes.
So, for example, Lanier was created by his parents and is the child of others, the same as you are the child of another.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go with Rashid saying, yeah. So what I want to do is have just... Zoe, could you try and do a talk and roll, and just do it be it would be command presence, and Rashid, why don't you pull a command presence for a single die as an assist?
Command presence.
You're gonna be the side man. You're gonna be the captain's side man.
All right, I will. I'll buy a third die I'll buy a momentum. Use a momentum for a third die.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm at a 10, so this is a tough one.
What?
Command presence is not her thing.
If you get at least one success, I can help you because I rolled a nat 1.
I should be able to.
You can lie. It's off screen.
Nope. 2 15s and a 13.
What?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not gonna let it die on the. I'm not gonna burn. All right, here's the thing. There's a thing called succeed at a cost. Have you got any shit figured out from your character? Is there anything in your determination thing that you can values that matter?
Sure. I'll use. I can use my determination. How do I use my determination? I never.
You come up with an insane catchphrase.
Life can flourish anywhere.
Boom. Okay, because it's having a hard time conceiving of it wasn't here and then it was and it's now here because somebody did something. Do that, and then life can flourish anywhere. And then Rashid, what is your what does your nat 1 do to put underlines and exclamation points on the back of Zoe's comment.
I'm sorry?
Oh, what is your natural one? He just succeeded at a cost, which just means that I have threat that I can use some other time. And he said, hey, and explained the idea of birth or babies in a very biological way. And if you can link that back in.
My nat one would be to remind him of when his cat had kittens.
Okay. Cameron, what's the name of Lanier's cat?
Stripes. Not to be confused with Spot.
Oh, God. Oh, that shit. All right. Thanks for that. I'm going to get threat for that. Yeah, when Stripe had kittens. So Lanier is you're gonna reach in, and part of this was to kind of reach in and touch Lanier's memories and get the splinter to like access that shit too. So now it's starting to conceive of that, and then it winds up going back through, and Lanier's like, oh man, oh, it was terrible, because now he's back and he's like, oh God. Oh, and I remember we had to tear up the sheets. And then, oh God, she moved the kittens every 4 nights, and the people in Astrometrics would not quit coming by and asking when they could have one. So yeah, that was a rough thing. And then he just kind of like jerks a little bit, and he says, Captain, I think it's going through my entire life now in my mind. And this is kind of uncomfortable. Do I get extra pay for this?
Sure.
Or not? Sure. Okay.
Sure.
You lie to him, and it's convincing. So the Splinter, now thanks to you guys, says, oh, okay, well, I guess I was a baby. And the other thing says, I guess I'm a parent. And yeah, so there's that. And did you want to leave it in Lanier, or have it leave Lanier?
Leave Lanier what? Sorry?
Well, see, it's Splinter's still inhabiting, or is still possessing.
Oh, well. I don't know. I think let's do this. Al, perhaps if you fully embrace your progeny, then it will release our ensign.
All right. Yeah, that's a good thing. And he kind of comes forward to it like a Dr. Evil hug kind of thing. Yeah. He walks forward with Porthos on his leg, still, and then just picking up the whole dog and putting it down. Gives him a hug. Porthos falls off of his leg and begins frisking around, independent of Al. And Lanier seems fine now.
All right.
So I think you managed to do it. Now there's a dog and Captain Archer and Porthos in another dimension just hanging out.
All right. A nucleonic family.
A nucleonic oh, ouch. But yeah, he now does that. And I think he says, well, that's good. Now my universe is crowded. So thanks for that. And maybe someday it could be more crowded, but right now I think it could be a lot less crowded. And then he just sort of like starts walking away with the dog. And the dog is now peeing on trees. The little node that you guys had witnessed is still super active, but it the silver begins reintegrating over the top of it. And I think it's not a Midwest goodbye on this.
As long as it's not a Vulcan hello.
Yeah, that would be bad. But I think that's. I think that might be it.
All right.
I think that's it. You guys can have a laugh, or if there were any tragic deaths, you could still laugh. Make jokes about each other that are going to age poorly, or about the situation that will age poorly. But I want to say I think that that's, unless you guys have anything else you want to do, it's kicking you out.
Good luck with parenting.
Do we have time to make it to the shuttle before this thing all
Yeah.
Well,
disintegrates?
I could just spend a bunch of threat and have it forget that you're going to die.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
wondering.
shit. Well, do we want to do that? Okay.
You've got a lot of threat, so we could make a break for the shuttle
I think
as the
I
thing
think
starts
that you
to
start
crumble.
seeing the trees kind of melting back down and then things folding up. So everybody, essentially, I need a security and fitness roll to see if we can get back to the shuttles.
I always do this to us. They always make us
Why are you
die.
going to do this?
By
Sorry,
accident.
we each got one momentum left to add to our.
2 success.
So security and fitness? Oh, God. Yeah, he's kind of portly, so his fitness isn't that great. I'm going to burn a momentum to get an extra die.
Well, I think the key.
One success is all we
No,
need?
2.
Okay, he's only got 2.
All right. Phew, I got 2. Thank God for the
How's
extra
Rashid
die.
doing?
2.
2? All right. You guys do make it back to the shuttles as it's.
What about BA and Charlie? Charlie.
Are we going to leave them to evens and odds?
Oh, they're red shirts. We know their fate.
Yeah.
Their fate is
Yeah,
decided.
we
They're
need.
fucking
We
named red
probably
shirts.
do need a death.
Okay, we need. Well, they're also with the Orions, so I want to watch how this goes.
Oh yeah, those guys, they have to roll as well.
Yeah. So basically,
And the shuttle and the Orion ship, because we may have to commandeer the Orion ship if the shuttle is destroyed.
We're ready to wrap up, man.
What?
I want an Orion
What's going on,
ship.
Steve? Sorry.
Why, Cam? Don't give the GM those kind of bad ideas.
Oh, this was gonna happen. This was always gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, first we're gonna get rid of the Orions first. Fellow, the green one, evens or odds?
Even.
Why? It's a
Even.
50-50 chance that they don't make it.
Yeah. This is the kind of GM I am at the moment. Even he tears off. Well, he's very spry. Again, you don't cover that up with clothes. Clothes slow you down.
Yeah.
And then BA, evens or odds?
Odd.
Okay, odds. You guys can spend threat or momentum. Evens. BA stumbles. Basically, yeah, you guys can also do some stuff. So Thelov is actually off the board. Gala is, Gala, evens or odds?
Odd.
Odds.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, now here's the question. Is Charlie going to stop for BA or Gala?
Stop for Gala maybe, but not BA.
Yeah, he'll try to save Gala. He figures that BA is a security guy. He should be able
He
to
knew
save
what he was
himself.
going to do. Okay, for actual Charlie, Charlie's going to have like a 15 or 14 in a run-in. So he's going to use 2 dice. Shit, he only gets 1 point. He is able to scramble and get Gala, but not help BA. You guys are not at the shuttle yet when you see BA fall. I think everybody got at least 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if you just want to let it fucking die, that's a thing. Just wanted to check. Okay, so let me see. Charlie, Gala, they're off. Okay,
Burke will go save him because he's had some good arguments with BA in the past.
okay, and I'm gonna look at Telmar too, just to make sure what he's got. Ooh, fuck, he's done too. Telmar is down. Tenement is actually also down. So BA, You're good. You're gonna have to go back and do a security and daring, or daring and security.
For BA or for Burke,
Jackson,
since Burke's trying
Burke's
to save
is gonna
him.
have to do daring.
All right. All right. Ooh. Daring and security,
Yeah.
right? 11 or less.
Also, don't forget you have determination if necessary.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything there that.
Steven is punching the camera. Right.
No, not yet.
All right, let's see here. Oh, I do have a value of if there's no solution to your problem, invent one.
Okay.
I'm gonna invent a Tellurite maneuver of some kind that's vaguely like pigs rutting in the ground, and I'll grab BA while
In your
doing
tusks.
that.
You're gonna hook him with your tusks.
I'm gonna gore him, but not in a vital place that will kill him. Just kind of gore him in the thigh or something to lift him up.
As you go.
Sorry, BA, but I gotta save
Are
you.
you using this as using this determination to succeed at a cost, or are you using the determination to buy a die to make one of your dies a natural one?
I'm gonna make one of my die.
Okay,
one.
so roll your additional die. Roll your remaining die.
Okay. And I do not succeed with it.
Okay, you only needed 2. So you managed to grab him. You've gored him. That flipped him up into your arms, and he can hobble back toward the shuttle. I think Zoe, you made it all by yourself.
Yep.
Screw the security guard.
Yep.
And Rashid made it back. You guys make it back to the shuttle. Rashid, I might need some fancy flying just as the thing's gravity is falling apart on you.
Alrighty.
Whoop. So I need a con and daring. And if you've got any attack pattern or evasive pattern, throw that in there.
Con and daring. Okay, so that's a 15.
You had bold security. Oh man, you could have done that. You can also have push the limits.
Well, or I presume that you are. Well, the difficulty is probably going to get crappy because of the.
The difficulty is definitely environmental conditions. It's like right down. It's basically be a normal takeoff is like 1, and this is a 3. So you can ignore it, bring it all back to 1, and get a single threat that I won't spend.
I will give you that 1 threat.
Oops.
Do you have momentum left?
We have 2 momentum left because I don't think the captain spent any.
Okay, I'm buying an extra die. I'm spending determination. Fly with style, dress with style.
Jesus Christ. So one of the dice you just bought, or one of the dice in your pool is automatically a 1.
Yep. Set now.
I think you can do that. I think you do that before you roll, but I'm not going to hold anybody to shit.
Okay. And that was con plus daring.
Con and
right?
daring,
So that's,
which you should have in abundance, because that's literally your...
Oh.
You critical?
I double critical. Well, 2 from the die that I set as a 1, and I rolled a nat 1.
All right.
We'll ignore the other die because at least it didn't roll a 20.
Okay. Well, the weird part is you only needed 1 success. You got 4. So that's 3 left over for I don't know what. But you do succeed. You get in the shuttle. As the thing is folding up under you, and the gravity has gone from 1 to, as the matter collapses on itself to pull away, it goes up to 3, and then it drops back down to 0. So that would normally flip the shuttle pretty hard, and you managed to pull that out, no problem. I'm going to pretend the Orion ship makes it just fine. BA is still BA got pulled. no. We saved Lanier. BA is still fucking dead.
Yeah, because I would have saved Lanier.
Yeah. Do you want to use
over
any of that
BA, I
momentum to
think.
fancy fly and grab BA out the door?
Yeah, why don't
Captain?
we do that?
Captain.
That would be good.
Let's do that.
Zoe,
That sounds
are you
like
going to give
fun.
him the talk of, well, he knew what he signed up for?
Yeah.
I'm going to make this the captain's problem.
This is your
I
moment.
need-
This is the
I need
moment
fuck-
we've all trained for.
Yeah.
This is why we're
death.
here.
I need the best thing I can do is probably, I'm going to go with fitness and security, but if you can come up with a science way to do it, I would be happy to hear that. And I think that everybody has at least 2 determination because you've all been playing really well.
Well, what's the difficulty going to be?
It would be it'd just be a 2. You're just going to snag him as he's flying out of the shuttle. And because Rashid is handling it so well, it's not like it's a bumpy ride.
Yeah, it's, Zoe goes into like her beautiful mind and suddenly sees the trajectory of the shuttle and the weight and the shifting of BA and says, turn starboard 38 degrees. So, so she'll use science for that. So, what are we doing? Reason and science or control and science?
Let's do reason and science. I'm also going to say that you threw in your understanding of the gravity fluctuating as you did it. So basically, he'll be in 0G right when the shuttle passes.
Yeah, she remembers that she's a lowly science officer, and when she gets back to the ship, the commander's going to be in charge again, so she had to kind of reapply her her role suddenly.
Let's go with reason and science.
Oh my goodness, 144.
Sweet. Okay, you snag him. BA is back in the shuttle, pulled up. Doors close, and you're away as this thing finishes up folding. Are you guys going to want to take the whales back? Well, I guess they will blow the special effects budget on the shuttle barrel roll. Yeah. As the ensign drifts behind. What?
He drifts into the shuttle rolls and he drifts right into the door as we grab
I get it. Okay, so that way
So it's a
was
huge
not
special
actually...
effects. That was the whole season special effects budget was for the last
so
episode.
I was thinking that Zoe was going to grab him as he went, but I kind of like the idea.
Oh, no.
No, she does. She does.
Beautiful
but
mind that thing.
She
with,
still grabs
the
him.
trajectories and the gravity calculations and.
Okay. Oh God. So she's got it. I was thinking that she just like the shuttle just kind of somehow like swoops in and grabs him, but or slides. Yeah, you got him. BA's back on board. Thought, wow, I thought I was a goner. Who says red shirts aren't lucky? And then he like sits down and puts his hand where the handrest should be on the seat, but you'd left the phaser rack open, and there's a charger. The power taps for the charger for the phasers you took out are exposed, and he executes himself. I will just do that because that's funny.
You can blow all your.
I blew out my threat by just killing an NPC red shirt. You do make it back to the ship, and the algorithm transmits a final message for no apparent reason. It says, "Oh, yes, far too crowded," and then kind of the space around you swirls, and unlike Voyager, you are deposited back roughly where you started. Right where Starbase 12 told you to go check stuff out. And also the chronometers all indicate it's been 22 seconds since the contact that you had, since initial contact.
And Nella's back to normal?
Yeah, you can hear her yelling from downstairs. You can hear her yelling clear from the sick bay. Yeah. Hernandez, what did you do to the ship? Zoe! Yeah, and there we go. Folks, thanks so much. Thanks, guys, for making the very first edition of Strange New Playtest a lot of fun for me. I don't know if you guys had any fun, but I really do appreciate you coming.
Oh, I did.
Trying the new game, trying using pre-generated characters, which is good and bad. Thanks for getting in fancy clothes for several things and making a go of it. And what we're going to do is there's a lot of things going on Architects of Fate. Well, there's not really. I'm lying. Because Wednesday night we have Off the Rails. Thursday night we're off for a prep. And then Friday night we have Cookie Trek. Cookie Trek, the motion picture, episode 7, The Loop. And then D&D Tomb of Annihilation. And Monday we get back to some Star Trek goodness with Is it Bejor Rising?
No, it should be back.
Yeah, it should be back in business.
We just did
yeah,
Bejor.
it's back in business. This is why people can't show up to make it.
That's why we got confused. Because we did that once before where we ended up a back-to-back with one and missed.
Yeah, so again, once I learned to use a calendar, tune in to see if I ever learn how calendars work. But I do want to say, everybody, thanks. Do you guys want to say anything like for posterity or anything like plugs, by the way? Any plugs for projects? No?
Well, sure. Check out playercharacter.games. That's Game Master and Player Marketplace. Just launched out of beta a couple weeks ago, and I've been working on it for a year. I'm excited to bring that to the TTRPG space.
Okay. And I think Simon has, one of our hosts, Simon has an account there he's going to have to try. He hasn't been really good at beta testing, I'm afraid. But yeah, why don't you guys, everybody check that out because, well, I'm interested in seeing how this works. And what I'm going to do is we're not going to have another Strange New Playtest for a little while. And we're looking for that. Go into the Discord. Oops, if I can get Felix to put it up. If you check out our Discord, you can actually go and vote or request what the next round of Strange New Playtests are. I will say that we do have a reservation on a Planet of the Apes playtest that we're looking at. That's probably going to be in 2025. We're also looking at possibly Doctor Who, or that favorite of the kids, Space 1999, are some of them. And then also there was a Tough Guys and Turnbuckles professional wrestling role-playing game that we were also considering. So get into Discord and see if you can just suck up what's left of my personal life. I'm sure my marriage will hold together. Now I've got to, should I even bother with sending us somewhere, folks, while you...
Yeah, of course. It's our grand finale.
It is our finale, and thank you again. It was 7 episodes, so I really do appreciate it.
7 episodes is like any modern show nowadays.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's like, it's the British all the pieces, too. Well, there's Outlaws of Grey Hawk. Oh, someone's painting. Oh, there's somebody painting stuff. I got the pew-pews from a...
Ooh, like Bob.
Yeah.
Bob Ross.
Let's go with that. Let's go with somebody painting. They're up for an hour. They're painting a moth wood piece, so I have no idea. We don't rate them. It's makers and crafting. It's English, cozy, relaxing papercraft. And and there's 7 people watching, so we're going to be great for rating them. But everybody, thanks again. Well, I hope that everybody has a good beginning of the holiday season, by the way, because Halloween. All right, raid now, and please take care, everybody.
All right, see you guys later.
I'm gonna